What's up YouTube? Back again with another new video. As per usual, I have vanished off the face of the earth, but I guess that's just to be expected at this point. But anyway, here we are with most offensive clothing removed from stores number 3. Just like in the past, the items presented in this video were things that bothered people so much that the brands ended up removing them off shelves entirely due to the backlash they received. But first, I would like to give a tremendous shout out to ScentBird for making this video possible. ScentBird is a monthly subscription service where you can try out various colognes and fragrances for just $14.95 a month, with your first month's payment being only $11.21. They offer over 450 designer scents to choose from, and each twistable bottle you receive has over 140 sprays in it. The thing I personally really like about this service is that you don't have to commit to one giant expensive ass bottle of cologne that you might get tired of over time. Instead, you can have 3 different fragrances at your door for an affordable price. And if you use my code AZ30, you will receive 30% off your first fragrance. The link for that will be in the description and the comments section below, so please make sure to take advantage of this deal because it is definitely well worth it. First on this list is an accessory that was sold by American Eagle back in 2017. The item in question was a bracelet that many Twitter users said resembled a slave shackle.
Fashionable or offensive, a bracelet sparks controversy, and some say it reminds them of shackles associated with slavery. Well, the bracelet is no longer being sold. American Eagle has decided to pull it from store shelves.
I would pull them if I was American Eagle, to be honest. I just don't see why you would keep them if it's bringing up that kind of imagery, like justified or not.
Buy what they want and sell what they want. I just wouldn't buy it for my granddaughter, and I wouldn't wear it.
The original person who caught wind of the item and made the comparison was a Twitter user by the name of Ronald, who tagged American Eagle and asked them to remove the item from their stores due to the resemblance. And not too long after, the post went viral, with many expressing their outrage. American Eagle responded to the controversy on December 12, 2017, stating, "We have heard and understand the concerns about the bracelet. We apologize and will remove the product from our stores and website." But unfortunately for A&E, their apology did not resonate with everyone. Some felt that it was insincere and that the damage was irreversible, with Twitter user Michael HBF responding, "I'm not sure if this is a we got caught and are sorry moment. Who designed it? Who gave this the okay? Nobody thought it was a bad idea. It shouldn't be the job of offended customers in stores to be checking your products." So, do you guys think American Eagle intentionally made the product look like a slave shackle, or was it just a coincidence? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Next on this list, we have an ugly Christmas sweater made by repeat offender Forever 21, and I'm starting to realize that Forever 21 at this point offends more people every year than FTP, which is kind of hilarious to think about considering FTP's whole shtick about being, kind of out there and edgy. But anyway, the Christmas sweater in question was adorned with Marvel's Black Panther on the chest and the phrase Wakanda Forever right below. So what about this exactly made Twitter so mad? Well, they were upset because Forever 21 chose a white male model to wear the garment. No, I'm not kidding. Here are multiple screenshots of angry people expressing their thoughts on the matter. Many felt like this was tone deaf for them to not use a black model for a fictional black superhero who was created by these guys. But I digress. Former Forever 21 brand specialist Mark Paul tweeted out, "Hey, Forever 21, in what universe did you think it was okay to feature a white model in Wakanda gear? Granted, chances are you knew it wasn't okay, but still, as a former 21 Men brand specialist for the company, I'm highly offended." Although many, possibly Southern California residents, demanded that Forever 21 reshoot the sweater on another model or remove the item entirely from the store shelves, Twitter user Melanie Dion gave a more level-headed opinion on the issue at hand. So it doesn't bother me that a white person is wearing that Wakanda Forever sweater. I think it's dope that after years of black kids wearing Superman and a host of white heroes, a black hero is right there in the mix. But it does bother me that the sweater is ugly AF. And I know it's an ugly sweater, but what are those colors? A black, purple, and gold combo would have been just fine. But, just like any other major corporation in this decade, Forever 21 issued an apology regarding the controversy as opposed to defending themselves, and shortly after they removed the photo from their site which had the white model wearing the garment and replaced it with just a picture of the product. So I guess all in all they kind of didn't give Twitter users what they wanted. So I guess that's kind of a little different than the usual of completely removing it from sale, but yeah. Next on this list, we have an item from H&M, who is frequently featured on this series of videos, so thank you to them. The item in question this time around is a striped scarf they released a few years back in 2016. The Twitter critics were quick to note that the accessory resembled a Jewish prayer shawl called a talit or tallis. The garment is traditionally worn by Orthodox Jewish men during prayer, and its features are meant to represent the commandments of religious texts. But social media users were disgusted by the retail chain's supposed appropriation of a religious garment. And, just like always, I will throw several screenshots of people's angry tweets about the scarf, but with this particular incident, I feel like there were an equal amount of individuals saying that it was literally just a scarf with stripes and that it didn't resemble the tallis at all. Many Jewish people even claimed that other people were getting offended for them, but just like with the Forever 21 Christmas sweater, H&M almost immediately issued an apology to anyone who was offended, stating, "We are truly sorry if we have offended anyone with this piece. Everyone is welcome at H&M, and we never take a religious or political stand. Stripes is one of the trends for this season, and something we were inspired by. Our intention was never to upset anyone." 3 days after the whole thing blew up online, H&M decided to keep the scarf up on the US website, but removed it entirely from the stores located in Israel. Next up, we have a graphic tee that was sold at TJ Maxx in 2015, made by a brand named Tavik. A picture of the shirt went viral after an enraged shopper tweeted it. The tee featured the phrase "hang loose" and had an image of a noose in between the text. Beachwear company Tavik, which made the shirt, hence the surfing term "hang loose," but the use of the noose imagery is what led Twitter users to draw connections to lynching. Many were upset with TJ Maxx for carrying the shirt, but more were upset at the brand for creating it in the first place. The PR manager for Tavik, Kelly McElroy, said the company deeply regrets releasing the design, with the company's official statement being this: "We sincerely apologize for any offense caused by this t-shirt. This item was released without going through proper protocols and is not related to anything other than surfing." And not too long after, TJ Maxx spokeswoman Doreen Thompson also released a statement on the retail chain's behalf, stating, "At TJ Maxx, we take product matters very seriously and appreciate that this t-shirt was brought to our attention. As soon as we became aware of this offensive t-shirt message, we initiated the process to remove this item from our stores. We mistakenly purchased a few hundred units of the item, and unfortunately, with thousands of products coming into each of our stores every week, our product review process missed this item. We would like to apologize to our customers for any offense this may have caused." But not only did TJ Maxx stop carrying the shirt, Tavik also stopped producing it and made sure that every other retailer that had already ordered this item removed it from their shelves immediately. McElroy even claimed that they went as far as to destroy all remaining units that they had in their warehouse, which honestly kind of seems like a waste of shirts. I mean, they could have just, sewn something over the graphic, but then, I mean, can you imagine if someone's, patch that was over the graphic, came loose over the years and they saw the hang loose with the noose underneath? So, I don't know, I just think that they shouldn't have thrown it away, but anyway, once again, I digress. Next up, we have a graphic tee from Spanish retail chain Zara. The white tee had the phrase "white is the new black" and was being worn by a white female model. And just like with everything else on this list, individuals took to Twitter to share their absolute disbelief and disappointment about the garment. Many claiming this was a racist and offensive design. Some even demanded that the designer of the shirt should be fired from the company as soon as possible. But funny enough, with this item, despite all the social media backlash, it sold out relatively quickly, so there was no need to pull it from stores because they ran out of stock due to its popularity. Many attribute that to the TV show Orange is the New Black, and this was simply a play on words. But Zara employees from a brick-and-mortar location in New York City said that no customers ever complained about the tee in person at any point in time when it was still in stock, and the company never decided to issue an official statement about the online fuss regarding the controversial design, which is actually kind of refreshing considering everyone else, even when you can kind of see context with some of these. Some of them, like in the other list, you could tell maybe it was a bit insensitive, but for the most part, a lot of these brands, even when they know that they're not wrong, they'll still apologize, which I sometimes don't really understand why they do that, because ultimately I don't think it really affects them in any way, because if it did, I mean, you're looking at a lot of these chains constantly being on these lists, and they're still making tons of money. So it's all outrage in the moment. It's not an absolute outrage that has long-standing effects on your company's bottom line. So honestly, sometimes if you're really not sorry, if you really don't think you did anything wrong, just don't apologize and don't acknowledge it unless you truly believe that you messed up. So that completes this list. Sorry for getting a bit ranty and off script at the end. I know there are a few of you who have expressed that you are somewhat tired of this series, but the vast majority of you clearly still like it because it consistently gets the most views and likes out of anything I put out. So I will do a few more since I recently found a treasure trove of more clothing items that made people upset over the last 2 decades, and there will also be a few spin-off series still based on offensive clothing / clothing that people thought were offensive, but those videos will deviate slightly from the structure of this series. Also, I highly doubt an offensive streetwear number 4 will happen anytime soon because I've covered pretty much every offensive item pertaining specifically to streetwear, and focusing on clothing in general is less niche and provides way more stories to tell and allows me to reach a broader audience. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and for those of you who have stuck around despite my absence from YouTube. I've recently relocated and I'm still settling in, but I'm ready to continue posting more consistently for the next few months. So yeah, feel free to DM me and hold my ass accountable, you know, spam my DMs with nice words, nothing too wild. I've had quite a few colorful characters DM me some pretty strange things, but yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much once again, and peace out, YouTube.